everyone, I'm Neil, and today I'm going to introduce to you a concept that will help your soloing flow through your chords a little bit more effectively. It's a concept used in jazz an awful lot, but I don't think it should be limited to jazz. Players that really stand out for me that do it, players like Robin Ford, Larry Carlton, Mike Stern, people like that, really wonderful players that can really weave between jazz, blues, funk, soul, whatever they like really. The concept is by picking out certain notes within a chord that you aim to hit as that chord is landed on by the other guitarist, by the keyboard player, whatever. There's a few terms that people call them: lead tones, chord tones, guide tones. Essentially all they are, really very simply, is the third note and the seventh note of that relevant chord, or the major or minor scale. So for instance, if we took this G major chord, the notes in the major scale here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then octave root, it would be the third, and the seventh would be the notes that we'd aim to land on. So in this case, this B and then this F sharp. So as the G note is played, I would try to land on a B. And hopefully you can hear there that it really, the single note almost gives you an implied chord. You can almost feel the chord. The way I'm going to try and show you this is with a very simple jazz standard called Autumn Leaves that I'm sure many of you will have heard. There's been a million covers of it over the years. This chord progression is very simple, and I'm going to talk you through it first of all, and then I'm going to show you a nice little guide on how to find these notes very quickly. So here's the chord progression for Autumn Leaves. It's C minor 7, F dominant 7th, B flat major 7th, E flat major 7th, A minor 7th flat 5, so an interesting chord, D dominant 7th, and G minor 7th. Now, I'm going to now play the guide tones and lead tones for each of those chords that I would use, and you'll see as I just play the two notes, which are going to be the third and then either the dominant 7th or the major 7th, depending on what type of chord it is, you'll hear the chord progression come through in the single notes. When I get to this A minor 7 flat 5, which is just, it sounds like a complex chord, but it's really not. It's an A minor 7th with the fifth note of the A minor chord flattened, so the E becomes an E flat. That's the 7th degree of the B flat major scale. This song is in B flat broadly. So as I play through these notes, you're going to hear it. When I get to the A minor 7 flat 5, I'm going to hit this flat 5 note and then the minor third, as opposed to the third and then the 7th, or the 7th and then the third, because that chord has a particular tone and I think that tone should be respected. So here's the progression with just the guide tones. You can really hear that chord progression running through. So you can hear it really clearly. Once you've played those guide tones as lead tones, you can dress that up with a scale, which we'll talk about in the next lesson. For now though, here's a very simple exercise that you can do to identify those notes where they are within a chord checkbox. The way I'm going to show you this is to learn almost an arpeggio of just the root, the third, the seventh for a 6-string root minor chord and a 6-string root major chord. So I'll use the C minor box here as if I was playing, in this case I'm actually going to treat it as if I was playing C Dorian, because that's the relevant mode that would come out of B flat major, and then B flat major. Okay? Again, this is all going to be written down in a PDF that you can download by clicking the link in the description. So I'm on the 8th fret here for C, and what I'm going to do is play root, minor third on the 11th fret, skip the A string, so I'm now on the 8th fret on the D string, playing the 7th. So I had root, third, 7. Below that 7th is the third again. 7 here on the 11th fret on the B, root on the 8th fret on the top string, and then we've got the third again. So I know if I'm playing this C minor chord, any of those notes, they're going to be safe and sound great. The roots really we want to avoid, because actually it's not the note which is the most important in the chord in lots of ways. But these thirds and sevenths, really important. If we look at the B flat major one, the pattern is a little more tricky under the fingers. So I'm here now, 6th fret on the low E string for B flat. So I'm going to have root, third, 7th, root, third, 7th, root. So now with that B flat major, I know that I've got my 7th and my third, or I could have gone 7th and root and third. And I can then dress that up with the rest of that B flat major scale. Simple patterns, again they'll be written down for you, can really make a big difference. The trick is to memorise those patterns so that you know confidently where the thirds and the sevenths are going to be, and then you can start to use them. Tune in next time for the next instalment and I'll show you some more. Thanks a lot.